this is not as simple as you think. Note, this triangle is not drawn to scale. Hence, we are asked to find the area of this. If you look at this triangle, notice that there are so many angles inside of it. So, but there is no, the angle here is still unknown. And let's call it A. Remember, the sum of angles of a triangle, or the sum of angles in a triangle, is equal to 180 degrees. That is sum of angles in triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So let's get the value of this angle. So A plus 60 degree plus 60 degree is equal to 180 degree. So for us to get the value of A is 60 plus 60 give us 120 degree, which is equal to 180 degree. The next thing to do is to subtract 120 from both sides. So if you subtract 120, if you subtract this, you cancel out. Therefore, we now have A to equals to 180 minus 120, we have 60 degree. So A is equals to 60 degree. We bring it here. So we've already gotten the angles inside the triangle. And if you look at this angle, notice that, let's call this A, B, C. Angle A, B, and C is an equilateral triangle. What do I mean? It means that an equilateral triangle is an angle that has both sides to be equal and all angles to be equal. So if you look at this, we have 60 here, 60 here, 60 here, meaning that all angles here are equal and also all sides are equal. That's what an equilateral triangle means. Therefore, angle A, B, and C is an equilateral triangle, meaning that angle A, B is equals to angle B, C, and equals to angle A, C. That's what an equilateral triangle is all about. So now we've gotten this angle, and here, because one of the advantages we have in this geometry is that we have this angle, that's the right angle triangle here. So now we've gotten a right angle triangle here, and now here angle, this angle is 60 degrees because we are asked to find the area of this angle, this smaller triangle. So we've gotten 90, this one is 90 degrees, this one is 60 degrees. So let's find the angle that is meant to be inside this triangle. So let's call this beta. Beta plus 60 degree plus this is 90 degree. 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. Remember, the sum of angles in a triangle is still 180 degrees. So we are looking for this angle in this triangle. So 60 adds to 90, you have beta plus 150 degree to be equal to 180 degree. So beta will now be the minus 150 from both sides for us to get beta. So minus 150 minus 150. That's, we subtract 150 from both sides. And when we do that, we have this will cancel out. 180 subtract 150, we have 30. Therefore, our beta is equal to 30 degree. So here, will be 30 degree. So let's look at this triangle that is here. Let's look at it very well. So let's draw it out. So we have 30, we have 60 degree. Now we have right angle triangle, which is 90 degrees. So looking at this triangle now, this is the same as this triangle side. This is called a special triangle. And that is any angle that has 30, 90, and 60 degrees within the triangle is a special triangle. And it says that the side facing the smaller angle should be S. And also the side facing the larger angle, which is angle 90, will be 2S. Then the next angle, that's the adjacent angle, is S root 3. So let's put it here. we have here S with 3 as the adjacent, this S, the hypotenuse is 2S. So now this is what we have. And remember, this angle is still an equilateral triangle whose sides and angles are the same. So we proceed. Therefore, it means that angle AB is equals to angle BC. So now we need to get the value of our S. And since angle AB is equals to angle BC, we now have AB, that's AB is 2S plus 2, which is equals to S plus 6. S plus 6. So now, the next thing to do is to subtract S from both sides. And when we do that, we have 2S plus 2 minus, that subtract S is equals to S subtract S plus 6. So, when 2S subtract S, you have S plus 2, which is equals to S subtract which that now have 6. The next thing is to subtract 2 from both sides. And when we do that, we have minus 2 minus 2. This will cancel out. We now have S is equals to 6. Subtract negative 2, we have 4. And this is the value of our S. So, remember we are asked to find the area of this triangle. Recall that area of a triangle is half base times height. That's 1/2. This is a base and this is a height. Half base multiplies the height. So the area of the triangle will now be 1/2 multiply V, that's the base. This is the base. And the base is S. Multiply the height is this. That's S root 3 root 4. S is equal to 4. Therefore, we now reduce and this is S equals to 4. Therefore, our area will now be 1/2 multiply S is 4 multiply 4 root 3. So this can cancel. We now have 2. So our area is 2 multiplies 4 is 8 root 3. This is our answer. You can use your calculator to be able to get the decimals. Thank you for watching today. And if this is the first time I've come across in the channel, kindly click the subscription button, the notification bell for more amazing videos. And if you enjoy what you do, kindly click the like button. Thank you.